Hello, hello. Welcome into the Lone Wolf Tarot. I am the Lone Wolf, and today we're going to be doing a timeless general read for you. All right, all right. So, whenever you see this, is when you see it, and leave the rest, or leave what doesn't resonate and take the rest with you. Okay, it could be about you, it could be confirmation, it could be about all right, I'll take it. It could be about you or somebody else in your energetic field, or confirmation for something past, present, future, whatever. Okay, it's just here for you for however it resonates. All right. That being said, we have confinement and maintenance. So there's probably some type of like maybe you're either feeling captive or somebody you're keeping someone captive and you're trying to maintain it, you're trying to like restore this captivity on them, some type of restraint. Okay, there could be a need for you, like maybe you're breaking free and somebody wants to hold you back. Okay, so we have natural disaster coming out. It could be like a risk, or maybe like maybe it feels like you can't survive, so maybe there's like a need for you to go back to some type of captivity, which that could be like a relationship, a job, or something of the sort. Like maybe like restore that. So like let's say you had a job, or let's say you had a job that you had to come in every weekend and you couldn't get the weekends off, but it was better than being out here in the streets and like surviving by yourself type of energy and being frustrated on when your next meal or your next paycheck or whatever is going to be. Maybe you're like want to go backwards. Also maybe a relationship, maybe there was somebody who's helping you split the bills, or somebody who was like always cooking dinner for you and you didn't have to worry about where dinner was going to be made, or helping you out cleaning the house or keeping maintaining something. So it's like you kind of have these restraints in your mind. It is restraining whatever this relationship or circumstance is, but it's better than being out here in these streets. You feel like being out here by yourself kind of energy. That's what it's low-key giving. Like you don't want to be, you could be homosexual, or you could someone could like be basically struggling, being homeless and stuff, and like having to survive and maybe jump from place to place, or like feeling like a failure. Maybe they don't have as much money as they used to, so they're willing to go backwards and go back to whatever was benefiting them in a way. Maybe ever since someone like left you, and you had like some type of control over this person, and ever since they left you, you've been like feeling like you don't have a home, or you're like they just threw you to the side and you're like frustrated and struggling and stuff, and you want them to get back under your grips as well. Okay, we're just flipping it, but for right now I'm not really getting so what's going on here? Why are we talking about this? What's going on, please? So yeah, I feel like I low-key do. So gift came out. All right, so there could be potentially a gift or promotion or something. Maybe you are being promoted to where so it's low-key giving like you are being promoted, but the promotion is being independent, like having to work by yourself, having to pay all bills by yourself, having to be a struggling artist, or own your own business or something like that by yourself type of thing. And every time I start a video, okay, give me a minute, please. Can you like again? Can you get it by yourself? I wonder, but I doubt it. I was thinking maybe, but he's not. I mean, he could, but I doubt it. Anyway, so yeah. Anyways, back to promoting type of thing, or like so like now you're basically getting stronger perhaps as well, but like how whenever before you level up you kind of get exhausted, you want to return back to the way it used to be, or you miss it, you get nostalgic, like you like it's like before you break the ceiling type of thing, that guy who's digging the tunnel with the gold and he gives up and goes back and like leaves, and then the other guy who kept going. It's kind of giving like that energy, like right before the break where you find the gold or the diamonds or whatever that analogy was. So like you are being tempted to return back to something that you left behind. Can we actually get some more information on this captivity? What is the confinement and maintenance energy, please? Can we get a little bit more understanding? So luck. So there could have been like something that maybe was rewarding. Okay, maybe there was like some type of financial abundance there, or something like some type of like reward. Maybe you staying in a position or staying in a relationship, you got rewarded from something, you got taken care of, you got you were like maybe happy or something of the sort. Okay, let's get some more information. Maybe like something financially was being provided for you. Yeah, like low key is giving homosexual. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to be funny. Okay. So this is still to get more information on confinement, right? So we have evidence and pride, okay? So it's giving like I don't know why this is okay. So 5 can be the significant, 4 and 8 can be significant, okay? But it's low key giving like as soon as there was any type of detection or information or like insight or like any type of sign that you were feeling yourself type of energy, like you weren't allowed to express your fulfillment or your self-worth, or like like you couldn't be too gaudy. I don't even know, like not gaudy as in God, but like gaudy, like feeling yourself bougie, like uppity kind of, like you couldn't really feel yourself too hot in this kind of confinement energy, or like there was like you were questioned or you were watched whenever you started to feel yourself, maybe the person or the like let's say, like how like whenever you get a new job or you get a second job, your first job always wants to give you fucking hours that conflict with your second job. Like it always seems like that, like I guess when it's toxic or something. But it's like the same thing. Like if there was any type of inkling of you like feeling yourself, maybe even romantically, it's like giving like, oh, so you're talking to somebody else. Like, yeah, like are you being tempted out of this relationship or out of this this situation that you're in or something? Like it's given like there was always something to blame you for it. It was like a disturbance that you were feeling yourself or feeling good or whatever. But it's like, so you, why are we being tempted to return back to this? Because yeah, I get it, it's financially hard out here in these streets. Maybe you're like missing comfort. Yeah, maybe it was a blessing for you or something. Maybe you took it as a blessing. Okay, you were fulfilled. You were maybe you gained a lot of enlightenment through this relationship as well, this connection or something of the sort. Maybe you just see it as a blessing, see it as you were abundant. So right now you're in a state where you're like struggling, and like so it's low-key giving like there was some type of energy that was maybe not always freeing. Maybe you tolerated it a lot, maybe you just allowed it to happen, but you were financially like stable, or maybe even more financially abundant than you are now, because this like you're poor now type of energy, or homeless or something. Maybe you feel like a failure or something. Anyway, like maybe even if it was a relationship or a very good career, you feel like a failure because you're not in it anymore. And like that's an ego thing, like when you get divorced, everyone's like, oh my God, you failed, your relationship failed, like, or like if you got fired from being a teacher or something, it's like, oh, you failed, or, like it's giving like that type of energy as well. Like now you have to struggle, now you have to figure out, now you're frustrated, now like your life seems to be turning away, and you want to go back because you may have been receiving more blessings in that situation, in that confinement energy as well. So like low key, high key, maybe you kept yourself humble, you kept your head down kind of energy in that situation, because like if you're depending on somebody, you're not really feeling your like like you're the one running the show, because you are depending on somebody, and you maybe even perceive, like if you perceive them as a blessing, or that means you potentially see them as an equal, or like see them as beneficial to you, maybe even seeing them as more important to the situation than you were perhaps as well with this. Like maybe they kept you in line, or kept you or maybe you even felt like I deserve to be taken care of type of energy. Okay, so what happened to release this? Because if you're trying to go back, then it seems like you're not really happy with where you're at right now. You could be struggling right now, feeling like you're struggling right now. So we're going to get more information. Okay, so there was a trick that didn't trick, okay? Like low key, it could also be maybe like the person just stopped tricking on you, because we have trap in reverse, but the bottom says trick, and this is like tricking energy, like someone was taking care of you. Maybe they just stopped tricking on you. Okay. Also, maybe you weren't a victim in the situation. Like I'm trying to paint you out to be a victim. You weren't a victim in the situation, so eventually. Because you weren't a victim. I get more information, please. What is going on? So I feel like the tricker stopped tricking. The tricker stopped giving the treat. And then also I feel like, yeah, you weren't a victim, but what does that really fully mean or pertain to? Please, I'm not. Okay, so we have overload and gluttony. So those are two very excessive. So you maybe just got greedy. Ooh, maybe you got greedy. Maybe you You were like, hey, we rich. Look how celebratory they are. We made it out the hood, ma. Hey, yo, we out here. You feel me? You start feeling yourself type shit. Yeah, you start feeling yourself. And you were maybe potentially like not trying to hide that, but you were like, yo, I deserve all this money. This is my money. It's not really your money potentially. So maybe the person wasn't bad. Stubborn came out, so 7-7 is significant, but maybe the person isn't bad. Maybe you're the technical problem in the situation. Like, yeah, maybe you did a little too much, made this person a little too angry, and it's not like you were the tricker. You feel me? Maybe you were tricking them type of energy as well. Maybe they didn't fall for your trap. They realized that maybe you were using them for finances, and they got frustrated because you kept like they maybe were working too hard while you were just out here enjoying your life. You could be a stay-at-home mother, or you could be like a stay-at-home wife or a stay-at-home boyfriend. Okay, potentially as well. And this person was just taking care of you, and eventually they got mad. Maybe they even became aware of like self-love and realized that this wasn't loving for them, so they took back their energy and maybe like kicked you out and casted you away type shit, and now you're like homeless. Okay, so what is this gift? Okay, what is this gift? They gave you something regardless. They maybe gave you a gift and gave you a blessing still and took care of you still somehow. Like maybe they didn't just immediately throw you outside. Maybe they made sure that you were taken care of well or something of the sort. I'm literally not getting anything for gift. Like I'm at the very bottom of the deck. So what the fuck? Oh my god. So I'm at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Okay, so one more time, let's try and give. Is it nothing? Merit making. So they were still maybe a good person to you? Or flip it where it needs to go, but I feel like they were maybe being a good person to you. Like, yeah, maybe they were like, okay, here, take this before you go type shit. Or like, hold on, excuse me. Like, take this before you go. Or like, don't don't call my phone after you leave type shit. Like, just take this money and leave me alone. I don't know what it is, but like they were still being good to you, or they're maybe like morally correct. Maybe they gave you time to move out. Maybe you're currently in the situation to where you have to get promoted to being kicked out type of shit, and you're like in the middle of this progression or this shift. Okay, like, and you're gonna be like maybe out here in these streets having to struggle, having to be by yourself, having to be basically homeless, feeling like you're not in the same family as you were because you were trying to trap them into taking care of you forever potentially. Okay, I was really trying to paint it out to be like you were trapped somewhere, but low key, high key, you're the one trying to trap somebody. So this could be a karmic reading. Maybe you're like a karmic. Maybe you're cross watching, or maybe this is somebody in your energy, or maybe this is somebody that you're dating's ex or something, and they're starting to pop up or be bothersome. Literally nothing is coming out of this deck, like nothing. Like it's like we're quiet now. So we're just gonna look over everything and just clarify, and then I'm gonna pull from a crystal, and that's it. So basically, long story short, you could have been very, very blessed, or in a situation that you were blessed. Maybe you started feeling yourself. There's evidence of you starting to feel yourself, and that's what caused the disruption between you and this individual, because they were working hard and you were like getting a big head kind of energy and like not even hiding it. Like I kind of say, if you felt some type of way and then like still was very grateful, maybe you stopped being so grateful. Maybe you started talking shit. Maybe you started being like, I need more. Maybe you were just like being like, hey, we made out the hood, this is so great. Like it's given like homosexual. Yeah, I kept saying it. So you could be the homosexual type energy. You're dealing with this energy, but high key, I'm always gonna be just talking about y'all, right? Like I'm not doing the flippy thing no more. So with that being said, now you're out here having to survive. You're out here having to be cast away, but this person is still giving you a gift. This person is still taking care of you in some type of way, because they're not gonna just throw you out immediately. Okay, so they made sure that maybe you had an apartment taken care of, and they, maybe paid the first couple of months or something for you to find a job. Maybe you haven't had a job in a while. Maybe, you have to get back on that and stuff. So it's just giving like, you're out here now having to be by yourself, and you may be very stressed about it, but you're still somehow being blessed, okay? You're still being taken care of, and now you're starting to learn the lesson that this person was a blessing, that this person was a good person, that this person probably potentially didn't even deserve the shit that you put them through. Maybe you really, was doing too much a little bit. Okay, if this is your reading, or if this is resonating with you in any kind of way, please let me know, because that's crazy. I be getting the craziest shit from y'all. Y'all be so messy, like hikey. I mean, we all do it. We all just did our thing. I do things. You feel me? Okay, so we have Black Pearl. Black Pearl is gluttony. Oh my gosh, hella. You was hella gluttonous. So say he who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. So yeah, now you ain't got shit. Though. That's what Loki giving. You kick somebody out or this person kicked you out. Again, gluttony twice, by the way. So you heavy was just letting someone like work themselves into a grave while you sat there and just enjoyed your life, and then potentially did not treat them right and made them frustrated, or not made them, but they reacted in a very angry way, but still returned the favor and said, hey, I'm going to give you some, a leg up. I'm not gonna just kick you out and let you be homeless, like, even though I know you were being ratchet the whole time and trying to trick me, type of thing. That's crazy. So yeah, anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope I benefited you in some type of way. Okay, maybe you should learn or say sorry. I don't know. Maybe I should ask for some advice. Okay, so any advice for for the individual who I'm reading on right now? I don't think you deserve advice. I'm just joking. Any type of advice? Any type of advice before I close it out, type of advice. It's literally like closed off. Like oh, bitch. You better start making some goals for yourself. Start making some goals. Yeah, heading towards some goals and actually being trusting yourself and manifesting and being able to survive out here. Type shit. You feel me? Like you got to believe in yourself. You got to trust yourself. You got to grow and actually be able to be financially stable. Now you're a big kid. This could be also for a child. Like your mom and dad took very good care of you, and you let them they let you get a big head, and when they finally peeped that you had a big head type shit, they were like, all right, we got you an apartment in the Hamptons. Okay, I don't know, guys. All right, don't judge me. We got you an apartment in the Hamptons. Okay, it's a penthouse. It's paid for a year. Figure out what you're gonna do after that year. And here's some money to start a business. You gotta do it. Like somewhere, somehow they're trying to set you up for you being independent. Though they're not leaving you high and dry type of energy. So yeah, this could be a kid also with their parents. But yeah. Anyway, that being said, good luck. Sorry.